Hey, was everyone able to make the mosaic? No. Is it still loading? Oh, yeah. Okay, was everyone able to do this? Good? Yes? Okay, great. We're gonna move on to the next, oh, not yet. 1 more minute, okay.
What time is it? Let's try. They're almost done, right?
Okay, guys, we're gonna move on now. So the next one actually isn't really an activity, but it's more of kind of like a competition presentation goal ceremony. And basically what we had this year was we had the Unearthed Mission Model mini build competition. And this is our first year implementing it. And the reason why we wanted to do this was to allow like FLL team members to learn CAD tools, to express their design and ideas, which will be useful when you eventually move on to FC Studio. So what the goal here was you chose one of the Unearthed Mission models, which were just recently released. And then you would create a mini build using 10 to 300 parts with 2 dimensions that are 8 steps or less. And moving on, we have 5 submissions, which is pretty good for our first year. And these 5 submissions, they chose 3 different missions to do. Submission number 1 was surface brushing. And how this part works is there's a brush in the middle, which is the red piece. And then you have these 2 light green pieces on the side, which are soil deposits. And essentially what the brush does is it moves left and right to get the soil deposit out of the mission. The next one was map reveal, which is mission 2. And this is all about shifting and removing topsoil in reveal sections. So there are three parts to it. You have one where you like turn it, and then one where you slide, and then one where you lift. And then finally, the last one was mission 8, which is silo. And essentially how this works is a silo is just like a little background. The silo is something that holds and preserves grains. So here, how this one works is you press down on the red lever, and it would pour out 3 preserved pieces of food.
Oh, I need. Just gonna hold it. I did too.
So now we're gonna get into each of the 5 entries. Just to walk back through this page, there's a QR code here if you want to be able to see this person's design in their submitted page. And then up here we have some statistics about what what the pieces are in this. So this entry was a version of the sidewalk. It fits into a 7x7x7x9 studs. It uses 69 parts, 9 colors, and 20 lots. That basically just means they have 20 different parts. Will the person who created this come up and tell us a little bit about your design? So first, what's your name?
My name is Amrit. My name is Amrit, and this is my design or submission for the FLL legal competition. I based it off the silo because I felt like the lever mechanism was like really amazing, and I liked how it was. And also, I felt like it would be a good way to show how artifacts are stored, because in 2009, an artifact was stolen. A bunch of birds were stolen from a London museum. And there were ancient birds that were really important to scientific exploration, and I realized that that could be very bad for archaeologists because they are like observing these artifacts and then taking samples. So I created the storage mechanism that so the archaeologists would have a top part and with the lever where they would get a key out of it, and the bottom part there's a slot there, and when you push it, the key also push it into the artifact crate, which is brown right there, and the crate then comes out, and that's the artifact that the scientists or the archaeologists can take.
Wow, that was such a creative approach. This is like, thank you for your creativity. This was my second entry. This person also decided to recreate the silo. This design fits to an 8x6x8 box. It uses 65 parts, 15 different colors, and 33 different slots. Will the creator design come up?
Fine. It's.
Can we have a round of applause for, what's your name? Oh. Will you tell us your name?
Secret.
Want to tell us a little bit about your design and the thought process behind it?
Um, our design was kind of based off the silo, and this works by first pressing the yellow lever, which will release the artifacts out one at a time. You will release the artifacts out. That's the red numbers. And it will like push the artifact out. So like right here you can see the number and transferring the The smaller worlds, we rated it, overrated, it was fine, in, video. So we play, we designed this about.
Thank you very much. Here you go. Awesome. All these gift boxes are sponsored by Goldman Sachs. So good job. Okay, this is our next entry. This person did a different mission of the map reveal. This design fits into 7x11x5 sets. It has 58 different parts, 10 colors, and 27 lots. Will the creator of this entry come up and talk about your design? Can you tell us your name?
So for this, I just wanted to be realistic, and I thought instead of just recreating the whole mission, I could choose one part that's realistic to my skill and your time. So, and I also added my own fluctuations. I didn't want to think that you used to lift up this top layer and I put artifacts underneath all those stuff visible here. I could make a sort of message in here, even though some people may be turned off by it's tricked by the trickiness to get down, then they could be your own way.
Thank you. Wait. Thank you so much. And this was our fourth entry. This person did surface brushing. This fits into 8x8x7 slots, so they really use their space here. This one had 61 parts, 10 different colors, and 25 lots. Will the creator of this come up and talk about it? I already know you were there. Let's have a round of applause for Ryan. Okay, still say your name though.
So I'm Ryan, and I made my main email in inspiration of the FLYSET circuit brushing or FLYSET wind up on actually and so you can see the mission model on that side 498, and on the other side I created foundation to reflect like what it would feel like to try to solve it. So like is there some kind of mechanism that you play around with to solve the mission? It's like describing like how archaeologists would use their tools to try and run over surface to recover artifacts. And then the shiny parts of the mechanism is reflecting to the is mine like I'm supposed to like the metal impacts was used to create that shape.
Nice. Thank you so much. Good job. Wait, sorry. Here you go. Okay. Yeah, you go. Good idea. Our last entry is person also did surface brushing. This design fits into 7x8x9 steps. It has 57 different parts, 9 colors, and 25 pots. Will the creator of this design please come up and share? Can you tell us your name for us?
My name is Selden. This is the mini model I built. So this works, so I get to use the brush to push off into side walls, like, and same with the other one. And after that, I have to pull the brush out. Like this. That's it.
Thank you so much. So, with those 5 entries, we took, not yet.
Oh, please wait, please hold this up.
It was a very hard decision because all of our entries were so creative and each of them had like a unique part of it that each creator of design used their own interpretation. But we have a one winner, the drum roll. And entry number 2, the silo.
Silo, the one with the red lever, oh, sorry, they all have letters, I'm sorry.
Congratulations, you get $100 Lego gift card. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I see it in the
I'm
center.
gonna get covered again.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
AKA skill.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
alright, so moving on, the next activity we're gonna have is Big Simple Machine. It is a hands-on building activity. So we're actually not gonna lead you through this. Mr. Bodnick here is going to. Mr. Bodnick is originally from southwestern Pennsylvania, where he spent 20 years in commercial aviation technical publications and training. In 2006, he and Susan, his wife, and 2 daughters relocated to Dallas, where he continued his technical publications and training career in the defense industry. Mr. Bodnick became involved in First Week in 2013. He named series youth. He has hosted events, has served as judge advisor, referee, head referee, and a number of other positions. Fun fact, he was able to coach 4 teams in his first season in 2013. So can we please welcome Mr. Bodnick up to the stage?
Thank you. It's going to take us a minute to switch over computers. So, has anyone been able to add up the parts for this? Okay. Well, we have 10 cents here that we can distribute to the students to work.
But who does not have a set for this? Who did not prepare a set?
Okay. So, I recommend taking a plate, put the parts on so they don't roll off. That's what you place all over the place. So if you like to hand those out, we'll get this computer set up.
I'm gonna help him set up the computer. So we're gonna switch over to Mr. Brodnick. He is going to switch to his computer
my online people, can you guys see this? Oh. They should be good. Yeah. Yeah.
You heard a little bit about the FLL for a while. I'm pretty, very thankful today to present this. This is the first time this class has been taught, so I'm interested to see how it goes. So a little bit about me, but is this your first year at FLL? Okay, we have a few. Look around you, those with your hands up. The other people here that don't have are the experts you can turn to help. Okay, in addition, next week is the official for the season. It will, you'll need training. That is in 38 for 408. And that's just north of 20 on part 408. As we're around our program director will be presenting our kickoff and everything we need to know about. So let's get started on 6 simple machines as defined by the all the time. This was actually found by Dr. Barry Lesson and to see how they taught. So I'm hoping it goes well for that. Okay, now what's working? Yeah, put the mouse up on that. There we go. Okay, so
Is this the right one? Yes.
what is this simple machine? The idea of simple machine originated in Greek philosophy, Archimedes, about 3rd century. And he was looking at the lever, fully everything you do on the fly. All these guys are available on the North Texas path, along with the course we have. And he discovered the principle of mechanical damage. Favorite reasons why and those who have machine. And then the mechanical power was designed about and they included the inclined plane. We're going to look at all 6 of those today and later. Galileo documented is on planes. And he was the first to explain simple things do not create energy, but they transform. Now, why are we talking about 6 simple machines in Lego? What does it have to do with robotic competition? So the answer is 100% correct. Or what do your work and for your points? They're a bit cool push. And these are all things that so to be more effective at the robot game, learning these principles will help you build it to succeed in the mission. Also, encourage continue on in any type of engineering. These principles are the things that okay, so quick picture of all machines, the lever, the wedge, the inclined plane, the wheel and axle, the screw, and the pull. What is it? Device with no or few moving parts. They are simple. No one if you use leverage from mechanical advantage to multiply the force. And we always set up with that does not change create energy. We're on with that. What is mechanical advantage? Simple formula for it. The force in over the force out. How does that affect? How much energy do you put in and what do you get out of it? And I want to show some examples. As with anything in engineering, we always apply our engineering design process. You heard a couple of teams talk about this earlier this morning when we were in session, correct? Very important. There are different versions of it. This is the version, the first Lego uses, more detail. But identify as task. What is my design supposed to do? How do I test my design? How do I know it's doing what I want? And what if you keep it, doing that? Design it, create it, iterate it, make changes. You heard Dean talk about that. Dean did an excellent job of iteration documentation. They presented every iteration was documented. If you want to be a world class and make it a world, you will need to show your iteration. Okay? Communicate. One of the biggest items in your is who did you share your project? And did you document? What feedback did you give? This is the process out there. After you get your feedback, it continues on the circle again. So very important to learn this cycle, including in your judging and your seasoning. We're going to start with the lever. There are two classes of lever up there. Apply the lever on one end, result in motion on the other. How many of you have been on the saw? And I've had one on my right side. And you still using. You can make that person go up and down the body, not what you apply on your side. There are three classes of lever. And I promise you, we're going to be doing really quick. Okay, the first class. Leverage the fulcrum, which is this oval piece in the center. That's the pivot point. What it turns off. You have a effort end, which is the aperture line in the low end, which is the result of that effort. The second one, most familiar with, is probably a wheelbarrow. And then you use the wheelbarrow before it. You lift up on the left hand, push the weight on the wheel. There you go. A little bit more by yourself, right? If you had to try to carry me with that wheelbarrow once, maybe not. So the fulcrum, the pivot point, is on one end, the load is in the center, and the effort is on the other. The third class is something most of you may or may not have at home. It used to be more common, the broom. The fulcrum is at the top. Your effort is your hand is in the middle moving. You got one hand at the top, and you move back and forth to the feet. Your load in the other. How do you feel? Okay, so for those of you who have the bag that I created, this little number up there is the bag that has those parts for this particular item. All right, so if you want to add them onto your plate, we can get started. So we're going to create a simple lever. This weight usually not happen to your back. We were using the tires or the heavier tires there. We are going to test it in different configurations, and then we're going to analyze and share your observation of it. So let's go ahead and get started in building. The number, what hole you're going to put your pain. All right. This is a 15 beam. Can anyone sometimes identify 15 beam really quick? Got an idea? Count it all. How do you do it fast? Okay. One way. If you pick up a Lego beam in the middle, you would almost 100% of the time pick it up in the dead middle. And if you count one side, upward, and add one, you want to track that? Pick up the beam, count one side, pick up the center, count one side, should be 7, right? Quickly identify beam. Okay, why does it happen? Pegs are important loose pegs. I used to call them pins, and so one student in class told me a pin has a point on it, none of these have pegs. So they are pegs.
What? They're working out. Yeah. No. Well, Mateo, last say something.
That is critical because of the way things got lined up. And we're going to build two of these. So you bring the middle studio class earlier, right? All songs were done in Lego Studio. None of these are real. They are out of Lego Studio. So you do a lot of it. I designed my robots on it. This fake time out there and people. I have them in studio. The E3 I have in the studio. That is a fun little thing, and the rendering is great. And I will try to think about it. Everyone was good. Everyone was good with it. That keeps that little bit. Any questions? What I like you to do is to find the last two M dates. And you know what an M means? Why Lego uses them? Or how much? Lego system is based on M's. M is 8 millimeters. And it is a Lego standard. That is their unit of meter. So a 2M A is equal to 2 holes, pretty much. 3M will be 3 holes or top. Will be M. So we're going to take 2 black pages, put them in 5 and 7 on the side, and a 3 by 5 beam. Why is that called a 3 by 5 beam? 3 holes, 5 holes at a right angle. We're going okay on the field. We got that on. You're ahead. Okay. I did want to mention some of the colors in the kids don't match on the screen. Sorry. These kids are out of my personal collection here. On that, I don't get people. So I got that. Now we're going to take our setting set of 3 games. Align the hole on the number 5 and put in non-friction tape. Colors are important in tape only. Tape has different colors for different kinds of tape. And tape are non-friction. There are no on this portion of the hand and tape. If you look at it there. We want you to take the beam and put it in a tape. Between the 3 by 5, 90-degree pins, and make your lever. I'll give you a second. Another item that kind of works on the level are scissors. There's a very on the fulcrum effort and if you are using the alternative weight, you will be using the tire. You'll have a picture of that in a second. Instead of using these bearings come from 3 kits. They're not as easy to find as you're used to. So we're going to take 2 black tape, put in 13 and 15. If you're using this one, we'll get this back. And then put one of those on top. Okay, if you're using it, we are going to take one of the A and cross half, which is a blue peg, and place them in the number 15 hole on each set. And we'll do that. So what happens? One end, what happens to the weight on the other? You're not taking a question. You raise it, right? How much effort do you think that food? A lot, a little, not much. Okay. So this is our 5 lever. Hold them roughly in the middle or somewhere between the effort and the load. Do you hear? So where the open is located, let's take your holding rate. Move your lever up. Closer to the weight, higher, better. Let's test it. Do you feel any difference from the weight from one energy you got? The longer the lever, the less effort it takes. Great. We are going to put the weight. I want to stop. The weight in between the over on the end and the other on the other end. How much more over? Everyone has to work you all through the. Someone tell me, what did you observe when you testing the low and the effort? The effort was low. Did anyone notice anything about? Did it decrease your effort? Did it increase your effort? No, move on. You add that up, this number one, don't worry about taking the part, you take the part later. Okay.
Okay, so can everyone stop building right now and put what you just built in the fact that you took the material out and then pay attention to it?
I'm gonna do that. Okay. The wedge. And that's considered wedge into a wood or other items. An incline plane, we're going to put these together. So what is the difference between wedge and incline plane? Okay. Okay, so you're very close to what really is. An incline plane, you apply force to the object moving out, right? With a wedge, the wedge, the force is applied to the wedge to separate. So that's the difference in incline plane and a wedge. So that is what we're talking about here. You push the the effort. Oh. The slope. The wedge, you apply, of course, the other to the wedge and it separates that out. We talk about the stationary item up, down, right, I don't know the real one. But wedge, bag number 2 for those, we're gonna test the wedge as a and we're gonna talk about. So starting off, we're gonna take 2 11 the 7 MD. What is the 7 MD? How many holes does 7 MD have in it? 7. Well, so what we're gonna do is hit them out, right in the cooler, and 7. Give it one count. Yeah. The 7. Okay. On the 3 campaign, on the 7, 2. On the side, you get a blue page, and that should be back up 15. When you do that. And then the last, our way is to place another 15 MD on the opposite side. How do you go on with it? Can I see something? Hold up your letter. Okay, I think down here. Do it yourself, yes, I think we're good, good. Everybody good on the way. Wait 1 minute, let everyone get on page 7, page 5, and we'll go from there. You good? So that's gonna deal with is corner for our way. Corner software, you need everybody watching and listening. Stay on the same.
Can everyone please pay attention?
So here, this is a little more complex. This is what we're gonna do, start with 3 themes. Using the blue page on 2 and 14. And then put 4 black page and 4 and 13. Give everyone here that bill. Before you. Out of the 3 D, place 2 more 15. So you have. And then I play 4 blue page. Maybe 3 half. 2 and 3 on the top. That's a 3 and B on the 3 on the blue page. Each part comes solid, you're cleaning a 1 by 3 your actual hole. Make sure the hole is on the outside. You guys know? Three beams. The 3 beam on the inside, and then the 1 by 3 the axle up on the outside. Where places in 1 by 3. It's a 2, it's a small 2. vendor on each of those two maps. And what they cost. You need two freedom on the outside. Okay. So if you go to pay others, there's a number on the side. These numbers go all the way to 6. There's 6 different. When you put the asset measures, and that's if it's number one, go on it, I have number one on either side. The aim of the different, they're number 1 through 6, I believe. Total. And you're gonna have them with a 7, and then draw that on your test platform. Second. Wait, that is the equivalent of that meeting. That's the best in touch. I'm not seeing too many ways to back. You got it good. All right. So this is the fire. When and push it through under the bar. When happens to that? Does it go off? How much is that? Not a lot, right? So you can't use that to make your robot do something. There ain't any builders, you think you use to make your robot do something. So that's. How many of you did the summer season? Did you struggle with fire ship off? It's a heavy piece, right? Yeah. So this is the model that I built using a wedge. Work every time. No. Okay, when I pull to one, the and posted. We'll watch that again. How long? Right. How long will that take? Very simple. For every time. This is how simple it can help you solve this. Okay, next one. I was carrying a lot of stuff, I had my stuff in my car, but I was noticing almost. Everything had a car everywhere. Why were we using the car? So next, we're gonna build this to test out our wheel and axles. Again, we're gonna start with the 15 beam. Ready to blue, you know, things. And we're gonna do it that for total 3 beams. Then, how will it get done? And that's it. And the fifth. And the thing is, we one hole. Black. The one and the 3, 1 and 2. And then 13 to 15, each side, each flat, face forward. Black from there. 3. One piece of black. And put the pushing on each side. Going to do that for both ends. This is the half pushing. Let's put it in. Pushing on over the place. These are actually considered fully with a wedge belt on them, or wedge belt wheels. You should have 4 of those, to color better. Not anything to find, we think. We don't have to decide and make our part. On. We did that. Oh, well, there's these little blocks here. We're gonna lay out 5. 4. We have 5 blocks. Colors don't matter, I do not. 5 blocks, every color combination, lay out 5. Then I'm gonna determine the next few examples and put a 4 on top. Put 4 blocks on the top. And then 90-degree angle. And we're gonna turn the original question and put 2 on top. This color orange. I don't know what their part is. Okay. I think we want to keep this. Go across that. Now I know it's not much work. It's a great. These. Why effort? These things. Groups are running a lot. We want to put it on the card and push it across the table. You know. Is it easier to push it on the card? Or you have to rock? Good on the card. Let's put that in the past. You got the good, let's put those one block to the next one. We're gonna look at the screws. And for those of you who got black, it is let's talk about it first. A screw, which is really interesting. I'm pretty hopeful. The screw is an inclined plane wrapped around the post. If I would take this post, this cylinder, and keep rolling it down, it will make my thread on the screw. So it's nothing more than an inclined plane wrapped around this cylinder. Does that make sense to everyone here? You can see. I can see this up, my screw started here, I started rotating the screw down to the inclined plane. The error is not the best. The thread will continue down. We are going to handle it. This one is a little more complex. You need to do it step by step. And take your time. We're going to take 3 knives and connect them together with glue and tape in the hole and the center hole. We're putting 5. We're together. We can put together. Put it in hole number 4. And we'll put it and name on it. Do you think it's important to know the nomenclature of the legal fees or the name of legal fees? When you're communicating with a team member, you need a lead. How are you gonna tell which fee you need? You're just gonna go get a fee? Or is it more important to say, go get a lot of them? When you document the law, using the properly, so I need everyone to pick a 7M axle and put a full bushing here. Full bushing, right along with the half. And a half bushing on the inside. This will stick out a little bit. Right as we. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 total. Okay. So on the end of that beam, that short end, we're gonna take a 2 by 4 90-degree beam and place it on that 7 axis. The 2 by 4 beam has a cross. And it's a hole. Then we're gonna take the non-friction axle pane, which is stand. On this side, this is called the learner meter. That's on your back. One clear on the back. And then put another half bushing on the end. Okay. I want you to take another 7 axle. With a hole. Put it on the end. And an axle and a continual crosswalk. Notice this one has a hole in the center and 2 axles on it. You have a 7M axle pushing on the end with the crosswalk. A lot of them are gray, some of them are black. I can double check the wrong extra pieces here. You need it. Okay. The actual probably mixed up. There are parts, again, you're welcome to. We're gonna add another one. Stop. And we keep this process over here. Pushing. The cross wall. People in here on me. I think that was mentioned, okay, and after the, natural connector up here on the panel. And eight here and eight here. Another bushing and this is the crosswalk. This will be what they call the all-or speaker. Through each side. Here. And here. And start this halfway through, put the bushing on. Then put the gear on, continue to push that through and the bushing into the other crosswalk. This one is pretty much straight through. Okay. The number two, you recall I said every piece was numbered, that's if the number two, if you look at it, if you have enough, you are. Okay. Do that. Pay and put it on one side, that's pay on the other side. We're also going to insert a black page and a blue page. You may be familiar with holdings on flat posts or other places. All right, everyone, stick that in the back and finish it one up. Okay, from the old. Number 7. And then this is what we're doing. Take 2 15 connect them with block and 1. Let's get it. And 15 hole. 2 beans, 3 block page. Together. We can on multiple ways and get different results. So, but we're going to push it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to take our 2x4 9 back heel and place it on that end of the axle. Place a half bushing. The bushings are very good moving in the way your wheel and not rub on things. Friction. So half, and then we're going to take one of the fully wheel. we don't have the rubber belt drum that we use for the wheel form in a car. Place that for it and being as well. We're gonna add our AM connector, and our EM axle connector. We're gonna take and number 2 axle pay, place it in the second hole in, and have our second pulley. Next step is to connect a bushing onto the pulley in the middle axle, this one and a half bushing there. Take a number, which is a 90-degree connector, and place it on the first pulley. And insert a rim axle and for measuring. Very good. How we doing on that? We go. We did. These have a cross axle in the vertical down here. That is the one the axle will connect into. So we're good there. Take the rubber band and place it around the 2 pulleys. Coach it, you need to clear it out. For the tournament, only Lego pieces are permissible. Lego, rubber bands. They are specific rubber bands, they are color coded inside. If you use something that involves a rubber band, it has to be a Lego rubber band. These are not. Finding the same rubber bands that are not in Lego. And they do break. So if you do something with a rubber band in your robot, make sure you have balance. Because it's not just when you don't want to. Okay, I have plenty here, if somebody needs more of this type, or if they want another break. But again, while they look very close to the Lego rubber band, they are not. I am on the post referee, applying on notice. But they would. If you can have that rubber band around and you rotate the handle, what happens? Your energy is sent from this point to this one, and it's spinning. All right. So what I want you to do is how many times you have to rotate this handle to get this point and move around one. So turn that handle. How many times does the handle go around to do it? One. So 1-to-1 ratio. That's because these people are the same. something to move this thing up, further down its feet. You do the one that on. Everyone, you get your pulleys to move. Remove rubber band. Okay. And what we're going to do now is take and assemble it like this. The small here, the rubber band, and place this back on. So, let's take the pulley, the small bushing, which can serve as a pulley as well. Put the pulley here. And you turn it. Oh, how many times do you have to turn the handle to get the pointer to move around once? Not very much, right? You turn around much faster. So if you turn it one time, how many times the pointer moves around? Okay. If you turn the hand one time, the pointer goes around. That's a 1-to-3 ratio. So what do you do with that much to robot? We energy by one and our effort turns into rotation. If you wanted to revert that, you can use the little pulley here, put the big one back on, and see what that does. All right. For your coaches. Additional Lego references here. Again, this is the basis of the attack. But we have now possible ways to make an attack not necessarily one you can use for every season, but it will give you a basis for how to get lost. How's that work? Reverse is on. Any question?
Any questions on the, online?
Oh. There we go. That's the one.
Is that everything?
Water kits from us. Please put everything in a big bag and leave them on the deck.
So you mentioned that the mechanicals they don't have much like good traction, right? And slippery. Would swerve pods be more viable and would it technically work with your neural thing?
Really appreciate that you helped me find all of these pictures.
All right, guys, thank you for showing up. That'll be the end of the FLL track, so you can go ahead and um, head to some other sessions. Thanks, guys.
And you guys can go ahead and screen share whenever you're ready. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Maxwell Tam. I'm part of Team 6165 Website Cuttlefish. Hi, I'm Florence here, and I'm also part of the Team 6165 Website Cuttlefish. And we are going to be talking about AI and demography. But before we get into that, we did want to talk a little bit about FGC vision in general. And so in FGC, you can really have two different pipelines for vision. You can have your AI with the Limelight 3.8, or you can have OpenCV with any camera. And the advantage of doing AI with the Limelight 3.8, as you can see on the left right here, it can get the bounding box of the samples really low. It can get the general bounding box, and it's really easy to do that. But if you look on the right, you can see that the OpenCV with any camera, you can get the angle of samples really well. But there is a downside to the OpenCV with any camera, and it's that As you can see right here, I detected these two samples as the same sample because OpenSpeed only detects on color, and this is an issue as you can see here. Those two samples are the same color and they're touching, so it thinks it's the same color block, and so that's why I detected it as the same. And on the other hand, doesn't have this issue, as you can see right here, detected those two samples as two different samples because AI detects on a variety of different things, not just color, but the shape, the size, and the environment around it. But one thing about using AI with the line theory camera is that the line theory camera does have a very small field of view. So it really depends on your use case. If you do want a bigger field of view, you might want to use an OpenCV with another camera. There are some cameras with like 120 degrees of field of view, and that is better to use. For us, we didn't really care about field of view that much, and we didn't have an active intake, so we didn't need to get the orientation of the samples either. So we were able to just intake those samples in M orientation with our active intake. But if you have a claw, for example, you might also want to get the orientation of the samples, and that's another reason to use OpenCV. So we can get into our AI model detection now, and what we were trying to do was go into this commercial